Algebra 1B students. This video is going to show you how to do the first two examples on the front side of the Solving Rational Equations worksheet. You may have read through this and been confused, so I'm going to do them off to the side, sort of the ways that I taught you. Both ways are valid, so whatever makes sense to you is the one that you should stick with, okay? So this first one is 2 over x plus 3 over 2x equals 1 over 4. And I'm going to do this one with the common denominator method. I have two fractions here that I'd like to add together, so I need a common denominator. And I'm just going to ignore the 1/4 for now. So a common denominator between x and 2x is going to be 2x. I did nothing to this fraction, so I don't need to change the top. And then here I multiplied by 2, so I have to multiply the top by 2. Then I can go ahead and do my addition. So that gives me 7 over 2x equals 1 over 4. And then I just want to isolate x. Now, unfortunately, x is in the denominator, so I need to get it out of the denominator first. So how do I undo dividing by 2x? I just need to multiply by 2x. Those will cancel out. That gives me 7 equals 2x over 4, because remember, 2x as a fraction is 2x over 1. And then I want to get rid of the 2 and the 4, so how do I undo dividing by 4? I multiply by 4. That gives me 28 equals 2x, because those cancel. And then get rid of the multiplying by 2 by dividing, and I get x equals 14. Okay. Let me walk you through that one more time. I didn't have common denominators, so I made one. Once I had that, to get rid of x out of the denominator, I just multiplied on both sides, and then I was able to use SADMAP to continue solving. Let's take a look at this second one. The second one I'm going to solve using the clearing fractions method, which I taught you after I taught you the common denominator method. So here's our problem. 2 plus 2 over x equals 4 over x squared. And what we want to do in the clearing fractions is look at all of the fractions. So let's turn 2 into a fraction as 2 over 1. And a common denominator for all three of those would be x squared. So instead of making them all common denominators, I'm just going to multiply everything in this equation by x squared. Okay? Now, x squared over 1, if I multiplied that by 2, that would give me 2x squared. If I multiplied that by 2 over x, that would give me 2x squared over x, because again, it's over 1. And then lastly, that would give me 4x squared over x squared. Now, you can do some simplifying. You could have done it beforehand, but we can do some simplifying now. 2x squared is pretty simple. Between x squared and x, one of the x's in both of those cancels out, so that just leaves me with 2x. And with 4x squared over x squared, both of those cancel out to just leave me with 4. Now, I'm noticing that I have no more fractions, and I'm also noticing that this is a quadratic because of that x squared. So that means I have to get it equal to 0. And then I'm going to have to use the box method to solve. So 2x squared minus 4, that would give me 2x and 1x. And 4 and negative 1 would give me negative 2x, 4x. So I would have 2x plus 4 equals 0, and 1x minus 1 equals 0. I can solve those, so subtract 4. That gives me 2x equals negative 4. Divide by 2, and that would give me x equals negative 2. Add here, add 1, and that just gives me x equals 1. So my two solutions are x equals negative 2 and x equals 1. Let me explain that process one more time. I had all of my fractions up here, turned them into fractions, and then I multiplied by what I would have as a common denominator. Then, after I did that, I did some simplification, and then I was able to solve using factoring quadratic methods. Okay? Now, try the problems on the back. If you have any more questions, I am available.